Namaste friends, this is Ramesh Pitla LLB. I want to create an awareness about women's safety and children's safety, and I'm going to explain today about POCSO Act Section 9 because this is one of the most important section in POCSO Act, and I'm going to read out the standard definition and the video I will discuss about this one. Section 9 says that aggravated sexual assault. So whoever being a police officer commits sexual assault on a child, and there are sub-points in this point A. 1. Within the limits of the police station or premises where he is appointed, or sub-point 2. In the premises of any station house, whether or not situated in the police station or which he is appointed as appointed, or third, in the course of his duties or otherwise, or fourth, where he is known as or identified as a police officer, or B, whoever being a member of the armed forces or security forces commits sexual assault on a child. 1. Within the limits of the area to which the person is deployed, or second point, in any case under the command of the security or armed forces, or the third point, so in the course of his duties or otherwise, or fourth, so where he is known or identified as a member of the security or armed forces. So far we are done with A, B, and now C. So whoever being a public servant commits sexual assault on a child, or D, whoever being on the management or on the staff of a jail or remand home or protection home or observation home or other place of custody or care and protection established by or under any law for the time being in force commits sexual assault on a child being inmate of such jail or remand home or protection home or observation home or other place of other custody or care and protection. Or E, whoever being on the management or staff of a hospital, whether government or private, commits sexual assault on a child in that hospital, or F, whoever being on the management or staff of an educational institution or religious institution commits sexual assault on a child in that institution, or G, whoever commits gang sexual assault on a child. So for gang rape or being gang, what is the explanation? For the explanation is there when a child is subjected to sexual assault by one or more persons of a group in furtherance of their common intention, each of such persons shall be deemed to have committed gang sexual assault within the meaning of the clause, and each of the such persons shall be liable for that act in the same manner as if it were done by him alone. Or H, whoever commits sexual assault on a child using deadly weapons, fire heated substance or corrosive substance, or I, whoever commits sexual assault causing grievous hurt or causing bodily harm and injury or injury to the sexual organs of the child, whoever commits sexual assault on a child which under J, first point, physically incapacities of the child or causes the child to become mentally ill as defined under clause 1 of the section 2 of the Mental Health Act 1987, 14 of 1987, or causes impairment of any kind so as to render the child unable to perform regular tasks temporarily or permanently. Or second point in this one, inflicts the child with human immunodeficiency virus or any other life-threatening disease or infection which may either temporarily or permanently impair the child by rendering him physically incapacitated or mentally ill to perform regular tasks. Or K, whoever taking advantages of a child's mental or physical disability commits sexual assault on the child. Or L, whoever commits sexual assault on the child more than once or repeatedly. Or M, whoever commits sexual assault on a child below 12 years. N, whoever being a relative of the child through blood or adoption or marriage or guardianship in foster care, or having domestic relationship with the parent of the child, or who is living in the same or shared household with the child, commits sexual assault on such child. Or whoever being in the ownership or management or staff of any institution providing services to the child commits sexual assault on the child in such institution. Or P, whoever being in a position of trust or authority of a child commits sexual assault on the child in an institution or home of the child or anywhere else. Or Q, so whoever commits sexual assault on a child knowing the child is pregnant. Or whoever commits sexual assault on a child and attempts to murder the child. Or S, whoever commits sexual assault on a child in the course of one communal or sectarian violence or during any natural calamity or in any similar situations. Or T, whoever commits sexual assault on a child and who has been previously convicted of having committed any offense under this act or any sexual offense punishable under any other law for the time being in force. Or U, whoever commits sexual assault on a child and makes the child to strip or parade naked in public is said to commit aggravated sexual assault. Second main point. And V, whoever pursues, induces, entices or coerces a child to get administered or administers or direct any one to administer, help in getting administered any drug or hormone or any chemical substance to a child with the intent that such child attains early sexual maturity. So these are all the most important points which are covered in this section. Basically, children are most innocent people, innocent guys, and some people will do manipulation and they will try to do sexual activities with them. And sometimes people being police officers, being armed police officer, being responsible, like hostel warden or jail warden, or the guardianship, who have the guardianship for the respect to children, the people who are in the position to take care about children, even they are committing for heinous activities, heinous crime regarding children. So there is a serious imprisonment and fine for the people who will commit for these kind of heinous crimes on the children. And we will be coming to know in the next section about the punishment. So my request for you is, please do respect women and children, and if you require any free awareness sessions in your communities, schools, colleges or companies, you can give a call to me. I will take important sessions, and I would like to spread women's safety awareness and children's safety awareness among the people. Thank you so much for watching this video, and please subscribe to Youth Vikas channel. Let us spread legal literacy among the people, because when we spread about legal knowledge, the people, at least they will get scared for the punishments. They will come to know what is the punishment, what is the fine, so that they may not commit for crimes. So this is all about this section. Thank you so much for watching this video, and have a great day. Thank you.